Good morning and welcome to Inside Tennessee. We're making history this election season. Early voting underway, and it is a partisan election season for the school board for the very first time. Along with my colleague John North, we're glad to have you with us on this Sunday morning. Two candidates running for District 4 school board race. We're focused on the school board. They're on your screen now. Will Edwards, who's a Republican, Katherine Bike, running as a Democrat. This seat is open because Virginia Babb, who has held that seat, opted not to run, in part because it's partisan now. Just for background for our viewers, the schools that are covered by District 4 include Bearden Elementary School, North Shore Elementary, Pond Gaps, Rocky Hill, Sequoia, West High, West Hill. So that gives you a little basis for what we're talking about. The reason we're focused on the school board is because about five of the 9 seats are up. About a third of those will feature likely a new person. So that is very important as the school district moves ahead. Will Edwards, let's start with you and why you're running for this seat.
Thanks for having me on, John. So I'm running for the school board to fight for every child in Knox County to have the opportunity for success. That's success going through Knox County schools, but also post-graduation success, which can look very different from child to child. Education can open doors for children and create opportunity to improve their lives in a meaningful way, and likewise have a great significant impact on our community. I'm a first-generation college graduate, and education is the foundation of the successes that I've been able to enjoy in life, and I want to ensure that every child in Knox County schools likewise has that same opportunity. I want Knox County schools to be the strongest and the best in Tennessee and across the nation.
Ms. Bike, why are you running for this seat?
I live in Sequoia Hills, and I'm a trial technology specialist. And so I work with attorneys and judges and professionals to kind of bring cases together and make some common goals happen there. And I think those skills can be put to use because sometimes those things are high stakes and you have to work with a diverse skill set and diverse people. I've also been a mentor for little girls and in Knox County, ages 7 to 13, and I've gained a lot of experience about the inequities that exist in Knox County for children. And I am fundamentally believe that every child is guaranteed a quality public education, specifically public education that provides the tools for success for them, whether that's success that goes to middle school, high school, trade school, straight into a job, military, or college. Whatever that is, specifically for children, public education can provide that to them.
Both of you have young children. What do you think is the top issue facing Knox County schools right now? Ms. Bike, we'll start with you, and then we'll pick up with you, Mr. Edwards.
From what I've heard from parents, I think transparency and generally feeling heard and being heard about what their children need. Some of the loopholes that they have to jump through in getting supports for special education. Personally, I've experienced that. My son went through early intervention with TEIS and then switched over at the age of 3 to Knox County. And we have had to deal with a lot of things, and that's what I hear. So for me, that is one of the biggest issues besides the inequities. What we also found was from school to school, like schools maybe 10 minutes apart are wildly different, even though they're both elementary schools. And I don't think that should happen.
Mr. Edwards, your thoughts on the top issue facing Knox County schools?
Sure. So as we've knocked doors across the 4th district, really what we've learned is parents want more opportunities, more choices, and great opportunities for success. So improving those items, and what that looks like is supporting our teachers and support staff and having the ability to recruit and retain the very best talent right here in Knox County. Also, looking at our literacy rate, Superintendent Reiswick has a particular focus on 3rd grade literacy and 9th grade math, and I support those items as well. But improving our 3rd grade literacy rate is very important to folks across my district.
Candidates, let's kind of segue nicely based on something Mr. Edwards just said, and that's support for teachers, for educators. As I'm sure you're aware, a controversy has arisen about comments made by the head of Hillsdale College, who wants to do some business with Tennessee when it comes to charter schools. We're seeing an increasing number of school boards, including Knox County, and I think coming up Metro Davidson soon, expressing support for educators and disappointment in what Larry Arnn has said. I'm interested in your thoughts on what he said, and if you think Knox County School Board should say something similarly with a rebuke for him and support for educators. Mr. Edwards, let's hear from you first.
Sure. And early on, I put out a statement via social media condemning the remarks that were made by the gentleman from Michigan. Those do not reflect our East Tennessee values and how we value our teachers as professionals and our support staff as professionals. Education is the backbone of our community, and our teachers do a great job of educating our children in the classroom. Knox County schools cannot be successful without professionals and teachers that we have in the classroom. So I'm very proud of them, and that's not reflective of what we desire or the way we should govern in Knox County. Likewise, we don't need that type of leadership in Knox County. We need leadership that will be supportive of our professional teachers. With respect to whether the school board should react in one way or the other, certainly individually, I hope that they would act and condemn those remarks that were made by Mr. Arnn. As a collective group, that's certainly a policy decision. I would not be opposed to that. However, I want to make sure that any decisions that we are making are student and teacher focused at the school board level. So certainly I would encourage and welcome board members individually to condemn those remarks by Mr. Arnn.
And Ms. Bike, let's hear from you. Your thoughts.
Sure. From the very beginning of entering this race, I've been vocal about being against vouchers and charter schools. And I think that that tracks when it comes to Mr. Arnn and comments and the complacency of Bill Lee sitting next to him. And I have a lot of friends that are teachers, and I can't even begin to explain how heartbroken they were listening to that and how disappointing it is. I have some of my very good friends are very, very qualified. They have many degrees. They are professionals. And I can't imagine someone making digs at me in my profession and how that would make me feel. So I think it's terrible. It's really sad. And I think that not only condemning his remarks, but anyone who aligns with those. We don't need that kind of leadership, and we don't need his schools here. And I think having charter schools only opens the door to other people who will be like him, that will seek to take advantage of our public school system.
And just to clarify, taking him out of the equation, Ms. Bike, you just oppose charter schools in total. You're not a fan of that idea, correct?
Correct. I've actually put out some infographics on my social media. I think that they leave a lot of gaps for children to be left behind and to be left in those gaps. The children that need the most are the ones that are still not going to be served by vouchers and charter schools. They're not going to have access to the extra money or the transportation, English skills, and all of those things that are needed to get there.
And Mr. Edwards, we're going to pick up with you on that question right after the break. We've got to take a quick one on Inside Tennessee. Back with your answer to charter schools in a moment.